Ambitious women, entrepreneurs are beginning a movement to create a new way of business that focuses on collaboration and community. Together, we are shaping the way by using our intuition, our inner insight, and our creativity. Join us for inspiration, motivation, and transformation. This is your host, Luci McMonagle, and this is the Wealthy Wednesday Show. A special thanks to Gordon Reary for creating the music. You can find him on Facebook under Gordon Reary. So now, let's get started. Hello, this is your host, Luci McMonagle, and today you are going to get really, really excited with me because we have Loren Fogelman, and she is going to help you get more clients and get paid what you're worth. Now, don't we all love that when we're an entrepreneur? So Loren has worked with lots of entrepreneurs who worry that if they raise their price, they're just not going to get the clients. And she's going to show to you on this show that that's not really the case. And on top of that, she is going to teach you how you can really start letting go of the mistakes, stop getting stuck, and how you can avoid the slow growth. So she is a famous business success coach, and she's going to help you let go of your struggle. Loren, welcome to the Wealthy Wednesday Show.
Luci, thank you so much. And absolutely one of my topics that I love to talk about is how to be able to get wealthy without compromising your lifestyle.
Oh, I love this topic. Grab your pen and paper and make sure you take notes today. So, Loren, you are such an incredible business success coach, and you help entrepreneurs who are struggling and they're just not making it. Can you tell us, why do some entrepreneurs struggle so hard while other ones, they just seem to take right off?
Well, the first thing I want to say is that if someone else is thriving, then use that as evidence that it's possible for you too, as opposed to envy. So go for evidence instead of envy. I want to say that right off the bat because that's part of what we all experience is we see someone else who seems like this overnight success and we get jealous, envious. How come them and it's not happening for me? So that's the first thing. The other thing I want to say is that from my own experience is I found 5 steps that really start to make a difference and help entrepreneurs who are really on this mission. They're heart-centered. They're following their purpose and how to make that into a profitable business. So the first thing is you want to start with your strengths. What is it that you do exceptionally well, better than everybody else, that thing that defines you? And this is something that my clients affectionately call their superpower. So figure out what is your superpower, and you want to go ahead and really put all your energy around that as opposed to building up the weaknesses. That's the first thing, is start with your strengths. Then what you want to do is begin to separate fees from time, because so many entrepreneurs, they charge by the hour. They, charge for the amount of time that it's going to take, and that makes you a commodity or seen as a cost as opposed to an investment. And to recognize that as you become more expert in something, you actually get faster and more efficient because you're working in your super strength. So focus on the value when you're setting your fees as opposed to the amount of time that it takes, because it'll take you less time as you get better doing something. The third step is looking at the fact that success is messy. You're going to make mistakes. Things aren't going to work out as planned. You're going to have the best business plan in the world, and something's going to happen to mess it up that you just couldn't experience or anticipate. So recognize that when it comes to really building a business, there's things where you're going to be asked to step beyond your comfort zone. And an example is, what if we talked about right here, right now, and I tell you to go ahead and double or maybe even triple your rates? What comes up for you?
Well, the first thing that comes up for me is like, oh my gosh, it's kind of a fear-based thing that comes up. Mm-hmm. Oh, double or triple my fees. And then the next thing that happens is my mind starts calculating like, oh, okay, so how, mathematically it just
Mhm.
goes right into the numbers.
Exactly. And, and if that came up for you, Lucy, who's this amazing coach, you've been doing this for a long time,
Yes.
then it's coming up for other people that are listening to what we have to offer. So we have all this stuff around money, around what we're capable of charging, about what other people think, will we lose clients? And I just want to say that all those things are an illusion. So this is about how to be able to grow along with your business and to let go of some things that we see as truth, but they're not really truth whatsoever. So success is messy. It's not going to work out as planned. And being able to pivot or go with the flow as opposed to resisting those next moves that are going to really make a difference. The fourth step is standing out as that go-to expert. What is it that the people who are listening, what is that one thing that separates you once again from everybody else? It has to do with the superpower. But now, instead of focusing on this is what I do, what result does your client get because of doing that? And shifting that superpower into some type of outcome, being seen as the one that solves that particular problem and helps people advance forward in some way because you have that particular unique strength or skill set. And then the fifth one is really solving a need. People come for two reasons. Either they want to advance in a particular way or they want to get away from a problem. 75% of the time, it's getting away from the problem. So it's knowing what exactly is that thing that you solve that's going to start to position you as that go-to expert, and it's going to be very, very client attractive. If you get all these things right, you're going to attract the exact right people. You're going to know exactly what it is that they're looking for and how you can help them. And that's going to be the thing that differentiates you from everybody else who's claiming to do the same thing as you are.
Wow. Wow. I hope you had a pen and paper to write all of those down. That is absolutely incredible, Loren. So can you tell us a little bit about your background and how did you come up with these 5 steps?
Well, I am a therapist turned business coach, and what I recognize for myself is that the way I thought life was going to turn out for me and what actually happened are two different things. A lot of things happened that kind of took me on different paths. I didn't even know where it's going to ever happen. So my husband and I have been working side by side in some capacity since 1986. And we had a counseling agency, loved doing it. And then I recognized about 2008 that I was being called in another direction. I didn't know what I was going to be doing, but I just felt that pull within me and started searching. And that's when I became aware of business coaching. As a therapist, I never knew about coaching, that it even existed. But the whole coaching paradigm just really spoke to me because it allowed me to serve people beyond just my geographical region and be part of the global community. And I love the fact that I could work with people anywhere and really help them with something that's going to make a difference in their lives. I will say the reason that I'm doing this, my purpose, is because I've seen so many people who really have this brilliance, this gift of being able to help in some way, and they overthink things. They have a lot of doubts. They are surrounded by other people who don't get the desire to want to do something on their own as opposed to going with a safe paycheck and a job. And so they let these great opportunities just pass them by. And then they're left wondering for the rest of their lives, what if?
Wow. Yeah,
And,
that's true.
and seeing people who really have this vision of wanting to make a difference in the world and then really giving into the mass appeal of you can't do that and who do you think you are? And then never following through with that purpose that they're meant to serve just breaks my heart. So that's why I decided to get out of counseling and really into coaching of helping people really step up to their full potential, the possibilities, and serve on a greater level than if they just would have remained playing small.
Yes, and that is so true. Actually, what you just said kind of reminded me what I recently read on Facebook was, um, what if, and not to be gruesome, but what if on your deathbed, the you that you could have been comes to
Mhm.
visit you?
Absolutely.
That just hit home right here
Mm.
because I'm really working at becoming the you that I want to
Mhm.
and move through the fears. But there's so many entrepreneurs
Mhm.
that they have this calling. They want to help the world. They want to be able to move
Mhm.
forward and create a heart-based business, but they just they're not sure
Mhm.
exactly what do I focus on? What do I do?
Mhm.
And you're saying focus on what you do the best. What is your superpower? What makes you so unique that you can just do it easier and easier without even thinking about it pretty
Mhm.
much?
And one of the beautiful things about a superpower is that at the end of the day, you have more energy than when you first started. It does not drain you.
That's true. That is so true. And I exactly agree with you because that's what's been happening with me as I
Mhm.
become more and more into claiming my spiritual side as an
Mm.
entrepreneur and really drawing out and looking at people and telling them this is what your sole purpose is. Boom, boom, boom. All of a sudden everything shifts in their life and boom, they start making money. And I feel so much more energized than I did before, where when I first started, I was trying to do this and I was trying to do that and I was following the
Mhm.
experts and I was, setting everything up systematically and I was failing miserably in the beginning.
Mhm. And one of the things that you just mentioned, and I want to just take it from something that could be hidden and easily overlooked and bring it up to the surface, is this whole concept of when you're working in your strengths and you're looking to really have that prosperity, that wealth that we're talking about. Heart-centered entrepreneurs see money as a secondary thing. That's true for me also. It's not about the money, because when you're doing something that's purposeful for you, you are looking to really make a difference, and the money is secondary. If you're doing it just for the money, it leads to burnout and disillusionment. So what I want to say is the wealth part, the prosperity part happens because you're working in your power, you're making a difference, and the wealth is a measurement of how effective you are with really helping people make that change for themselves and solve that need.
Yes. Yes. Now, speaking about the heart-centered entrepreneur, the first thing they should do is double or triple their rates.
Absolutely. Amen, sister.
Yes. So if you're a heart-centered entrepreneur and you know you're making a difference, you're having results, but you're struggling, you're probably not charging enough.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And that is so common for so many entrepreneurs that they just want to help and money's secondary.
Mm-hmm.
It's not their primary drive. And I'm so glad you brought this up because that is one of the key things that a lot of the individuals who are listening to the show really struggle with is they're afraid to double their rates, they're
Mm-hmm.
afraid to increase their rates. But if you charge too little, people actually don't value your
Mm-hmm.
services. And then they don't get the breakthroughs because they're not invested. Could you tell us a little bit about how you've seen that in your business and how you've seen that in all of the other people's business?
Sure. I want to say that this applies to people that are doing more of a spiritual, health-related business that's soft, as well as people that are doing something that are more money-making, such as bookkeeping, coaching, something of that nature. What I've seen is that people value four specific things. They want it to be easy. They want it to be quick. They like getting fast results. Somehow they wanted to save money, and they wanted to have it make money when they're working with somebody. So if you are more of a health coach, let's say massage therapist, the way that you can have it be easy, quick, save money, and make money for your clients is that it's easy because they just get to lay on the table and you're going to do the body work for them, really help them to loosen up, relax a lot bit, release that tension. It's quick because they don't have to figure out how to do massage themselves or they don't have to go around to a lot of different practitioners trying to release that tension and really get back into the flow. They found you, and you're the one that really can help them get to where they want to go. How does it save them money? Is that they don't have to be buying all these other expensive things any longer. They have the solution and can go directly to the resource, which is you. So that's how it saves them money. They don't have to try a ton of different things any longer, and maybe even buy things that they never even use. And then it makes them money because when they're relaxed, they're feeling more in the flow, they're more connected with their body, then they're more present, they're more focused, and they're going to be more productive and get more done than when they're feeling out of sorts or feeling in pain in some way. So that's how it works for someone who is more of a health, softer type of service. If someone is more of a B2B where they're working with other businesses helping people make money, let's go ahead and talk about a bookkeeper. So a bookkeeper, how to make it easy, is that you don't have to do your own books anymore. You don't have to do the data entry. You just pass it all over and it gets done for you. How is this quicker? Because your bookkeeper does bookkeeping all day long. They're really, really fast, and they know how to use QuickBooks or whatever other program that you're keeping your books in, instead of you having to figure out exactly where should you be putting that entry. And you don't really like it anyway. It feels like punishment. How does this save you money? It saves you money because what was taking you maybe a couple hours to do, your bookkeeper can do in an hour's time. So it frees up a lot of your time to where you could be focusing on working in your business or maybe working with another client and earning more revenue that way. And how does it make you money? Because your bookkeeper knows exactly where to put things, and that he or she is less likely to make an error. And as a result of that, you're not going to necessarily get a tax audit later on down the road. Or they might be able to give you a suggestion about how to be able to help save for something down the road so that you can make a bigger investment that will help to expand your business. So that is how, with more of a business-to-business thing, it can be easy, quick, save money, and make money.
Wow. Wow, that is fabulous. I love those 4 tips that you just gave. And, can we talk a little bit about building a profitable business that supports your lifestyle?
Mm-hmm. So what particular thing would you like me to focus on that would be really helpful for the listeners?
So one of the main things is what are the must-haves? What do you need to make this happen?
Mm-hmm. Okay, so what you really want to do is to be able to do something that you absolutely love, because having your own business has ebbs and flows to it. There's going to be challenges and times where you're saying, why do I want to do this? Is it even worth it? And you want to be able to get out of bed every day doing something that really drives you. It has a bigger purpose than you. So definitely connect to something that feels that it's connected to your strength, that feels very, very purposeful for you. The other thing that you want to do is figure out, what is it that you do and what need does it solve for your particular clients? And then you want to be able to figure out how to be able to set it up so that your clients recognize that you solve a specific need. And the more specific you get, the better. So when you do that, then that's how it works really, really well. It becomes very, very client attractive. And the third thing you want to really look at is your calendar. You want to be able to set up your business so that it works for you, instead of you working 60, 70, 80 hours a week and then you end up on burnout. Look at when you want to put in time for yourself, and that could be daily time for yourself, or it could be getting away so that you can recharge. Look at also when you want to have your client contacts, when do you want to network, when do you need to be working on your business in some way, maybe creating content, copy, doing video, whatever that might be. And to look at also, when do you do your best work? Do you do your best work in the morning or in the afternoon? And to really manage your calendar so that you're doing the similar types of work in a chunk of time, because it takes one particular type of your brain instead of going back and forth all day long. So that's what I suggest, is really connect it with your purpose, Figure out what it is that your clients have a pain that you solve, and then set up your calendar so that it works for you instead of burning you out.
Wow, you have shared so much today for our listeners. So could you tell us, what do you recommend for our listeners who are seeking more information, and how they can get paid what they're worth?
Well, the first thing I want to say is, as an entrepreneur, we tend to be fiercely independent and we want to do everything ourselves. My suggestion is that success does not happen in a vacuum. What you want to do is find people who connect with your message. They're there to lift you up, and to reach out and find someone that can help to advance you forward so that you don't have to figure it all out yourself. Recognize that you are absolutely the best investment that you can make in your business. And what I found for myself is working with a business coach on an ongoing basis really helps me to move forward, continues to have me grow, and that it really reduces frustration, saves me time, and makes me more money. So it's absolutely a fantastic investment if you're looking to move forward. And what I put together for your listeners today, Luci, is my free book called Get Paid What You're Worth. And with that, it goes a lot more deeply into the 5 steps on how to be able to discover your strengths, how to begin to separate your fees from time so you're getting paid for the value as opposed to the amount of time that it takes to do something. Being able to understand where success is messy for you, where you're stopping yourself, and how to be able to have those breakthroughs instead of the breakdowns. Looking at ways to stand out as the go-to expert, and figuring out what is that need that you solve. So that's what I have to get started, is my free book, Get Paid What You're Worth, so that you can really attract clients to you who value what you have to offer instead of how much time it's going to take.
Wow. Wow, that's incredible. Can you tell the audience where they can get this free offer that you're offering to us?
Absolutely. You can go to businesssuccesssolution.com/worth. Put in your name and email address. Immediately, you will get the free book. So once again, it's businesssuccesssolution.com/worth.
Wow. Wow, that is absolutely incredible, Loren. And this has been such a power-packed interview today that I am so grateful. Thank you for being on the Wealthy Wednesday show. Is there any last nuggets of information that you would like to squeeze in? Not too much, but just a little bit for the audience before we wrap it up.
The one thing I found for myself that was a game changer was, if it was uncomfortable, then I ought to be doing it.
I get that. Absolutely. Thank you, Loren. This has been phenomenal. I am so blown away every time you are on my shows or you're in my interview series. You always knock my socks off, and my goal is that you have knocked off the socks of my audience and being able to help them with these tips. So thank you for being on the Wealthy Wednesday show.
Thank you so much, Luci. And I want to say that you are doing a service. I know you are changing lives. Appreciate our partnership.
Thank you. So I'd like to thank you, my audience. You are the reason why I'm putting together the Wealthy Wednesday show. You're the reason why I get these incredible experts to give you these nuggets, these golden tips and tools. And plus, they always give you a free gift so that you can move your business forward, move your lifestyle forward. Get a hold of Loren, take her up on the free offer, and contact her if you are looking to work with a business coach. So until next time, abundant blessings. I hope you enjoyed this episode of the Wealthy Wednesday show. This is your host, Luci McMonagle, and I would love to keep in touch with you by giving you a very special gift that will help you move your business and your life forward. You can access this special gift I am giving to you at my website at lucimcmonagle.com. That's LUCIMCMONAGLE.com. McMonagle.com for keeping in touch with me and getting access to a gift that will help you move your business and life forward. Until next time, abundant blessings.